Hi everybody, it's Alana. Welcome back to my channel. I've got a new nail product to try out with you guys today. This is the Dashing Diva Glaze Semi-Cure Gelled Nail Strips. Very similar in concept to other press and go nail strips that you just put on, no dry time, you're ready to go. However, the difference is that these do need to be cured with a UV lamp. They do sell a kit that comes with a lamp. I do, however, already have one that I really love. I do have a base coat on that I've been wearing for the last couple of days. It's the OPI Nail Envy, which I kind of put on my nails as like a face mask for my nails. I feel that it gives them a little boost of strength in between manicures, and I like to use this every now and then. I'll take it off in just a moment. I'm gonna first show you everything else that I have here to get ready to do these guys. So for starters, like I said, you do need a UV lamp. This one is the Sun UV. I put the link for where I got this, but what's really good about this one is that it is a really high powered one. This is the kind that they often use in nail salons. I have a pair of scissors. The next thing I have is a tweezer, which is always a really good thing whenever you're doing any kind of nail work. I also have some 100% pure acetone nail polish remover, which is great for cleaning your nails and dehydrating them before doing any kind of nail polish, gel, acrylic, whatever you're doing. These kits do come with a nail prep pad, but there's not much in them, and the best way to get your nail polish or any kind of nail work to last is by really dehydrating your nails when you're in the process of doing it. I also have a paper towel that I like to use with my nail polish remover so I'm not getting any lint from a cotton pad or cotton ball in it. The last thing I have here is this gel base coat. Anytime I'm doing any kind of nails, whether it's gonna be a quick stick on strip or something like this that needs to cure, or regular gel polish, regular nail polish, I always put on a base coat because that's what's gonna protect your nails, make your manicure last longer, and give you the ultimate best results. Now that we've gone through all the materials that I have here with me, let's open this package up and see what it is. This one I got specifically for this time of year because it is a Halloween themed one. They are white strips with little silver spider webs and spiders on them. It's gonna be hard to see in the camera, but I will include some stills at the end of this. So these come in a nice little case that protects it. Just have to open it up. And then you've got your strips in there. This kit comes with 4 nail strips with a total of 34 individual nails, so you have plenty here to get multiple manicures in. The last thing that is in this kit, which is pretty much standard with any kind of kit similar to this, is an emery board, a wooden cuticle pusher, and an alcohol prep pad. I've got my 4 strips here ready to go. The first thing I have to do before I begin my manicure is to pick which of these specific decals I want to be able to use. Because these are on clear strips of plastic, it makes it really easy to line them up with your fingers and figure out exactly which one is going to be the right fit. This is probably the most important part of the whole manicure, to make sure you're getting a good fit. You don't want it overlapping your skin area in any way, because that'll make it so that you don't have good adhesion. So you need to pick the right side. I happen to have really petite nail beds and my nails are relatively short right now. So what I'm actually probably gonna have to do is actually trim around the nailed sticker to make sure that I get a proper fit. It's better to always go a little bit smaller to make sure that it's gonna stick only on the nail. You don't want it touching the skin or the cuticle, or it's just not gonna sit properly. So I have my 2 full sets, thumb through pinky for my right, thumb through pinky for my left. These are all my leftover strips. Gonna move them out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little strip of paper towel, break that little strip in half, and just fold this into a little square to clean off the OPI base coat that I have on already. Just gonna wipe off the nail polish, making sure to clean underneath the nail edge as well. I have my base coat ready to go on. Before I do this, I do need to just do one more quick swipe. I can use the little prep pads that came with the kit, or I can go back in and just use another little bit of rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover on a small little square of tissue. But since I have these, I'm gonna go ahead and test the little prep pad out. So they're very small and they can really only be used, once at a time. I'm only gonna do one hand at a time. Remember to always do underneath the nail edge as well. And I'm going to apply a very thin coat. Okay, put this out of the way so the light doesn't affect it in any way. I have a very thin coat across all my nails, including capping the edges, and I'm just gonna cure them for the full amount on this timer, which is 90 seconds. These are a little bit more difficult to get off the protective backing. There's the backing that they're stuck to, and there's also a protective cover that you wanna leave on until you're ready to cure them. So I'm finding that to do it, it might be a little bit easier to kind of damage the very tip of it so that you can really get it off without compromising the protective top coat. So I've got my thing, and I'm just gonna line it up over my nail. Oh, it's really sticking to my tweezer. Hold it that way a bit better. You know what? The tweezer's probably not gonna work so well. Go ahead and use your finger. I'm just lining it up. And then I'm gonna slide it into position and press it down from cuticle to cuticle center, rocking it on so it stays really, really good. Because these are thicker, you kind of have to squeeze the nail to dome it around the shape of your nail. Since we have all this extra nail and these are gonna cure hard, you do need to trim this off as close to the nail as possible before curing, otherwise you're gonna be trying to file through a hard nail. Go ahead and remove the protective cover over the top of it. See if that helps some. Press it into the nail one more time. Oh yes, that definitely helps. Removing that little seal helps because it was giving it too much firmness. And since this was giving me a little bit of trouble, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it before doing the other nail so it doesn't start lifting back up. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other nails, and then when I'm all done, I'm gonna file the edges. Okay, so I have them all on right now. I did find that the tweezers were indispensable in lifting off the protective cover. I also highly recommend that when you're going to trim them, you trim from looking at the underside of your nail so you can see exactly how close you're getting to your nail. And I definitely had to go in around the cuticles to trim up a couple spots that were too close to my skin line. Right now, I'm going to go ahead, give them one last press down, and cure them for the full 90 seconds in my light. And then once they're all cured, I can go and file down any excess. In they go. Almost done. Okay, all done. Move this out of the way. It feels firm, but still somewhat pliable. Definitely not as hard as like an acrylic or a builder gel would be, but still much firmer than if this was just a regular nail strip. Next, we need to just file down the edges, and then we can move on to the other hand. Okay, I just finished both hands, and it was pretty easy to use. I found that while doing my non-dominant hand, that it was far easier to remove the protective cover before placing it onto my nail bed, simply because these nails are thicker, they're a bit stiffer, so that once you place it on the nail bed, you really need to kind of mold it right away. But with that cover on it, it makes it really hard to mold it. It stiffens it up even more. And since I was doing my non-dominant hand, it was really hard to peel that cover off once it was already on my hand. The other thing that I'm finding is that from afar, these look great. The color, this nail art on them is really cute because it has a clear bottom portion. It's blending in with my natural nail bed and my cuticle line a bit better than if it was a dark or a solid color. But when you look a bit more up close, it does kind of look like just a press-on nail sitting on top of my natural nails. It's a little bit clunky looking. I will put stills at the end and you can take a better look up close to it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and you'll see me real soon.